You're listening to Behind the Bulldogs, brought to you by Ferris State Athletics.
Off the left side, to the end zone! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
If I'm even having like a bad day on the course or something, I just look down at it and just feel like thankful that I'm able to be out there.
Making sure that we're like where our feet are and we're not thinking about outside distractions.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into episode 18 of Behind the Bulldogs. Brandon Worth, Tatum Outlaw joining you here as always. We got a great show for you here ahead. I mean, we are full steam ahead with the end of winter, start of spring sports. Softball is kicking it right now in Hawaii. Very jealous for them right now. Tennis is kicking off. Track is getting into the meat of their season. And we're winding down to the postseason for hockey and basketball. I mean, this is as pretty much fast-paced as it gets right now.
And we've almost gotten every single sport on at this point.
Almost. You are correct.
So.
Yes. Checking another one off the list today. We got tennis. Women's tennis coming on.
It's a first for the season.
A pair of twins.
Yeah.
We can't stop finding twins. It is such a funny thing, but it was a requested one. And apparently we learned fans of the show. So it's a double whammy.
I promise we're not only searching for twins.
No.
Come on the show. We just so happen to have found 3 that really make a difference in this program. So
yes, and that love podcast.
Yeah.
So it's just a natural fit. So we have that interview coming up with Anna Maria. But first, obviously, the Ferris State Sports Slate will get you caught up on what happened this early part of the week as well as late last week. We'll start on Thursday going to Lake State basketball. Split women's get a dominant win. Men's fall to a really good Laker team there at their place. It was a really dominant performance for the women's. We would love to see that carry over into Monday, which we'll talk about here in just a little bit. But it was a dominant win for them, and men's played a really tight game, and that's a really good team. I mean, that's a top 10 team in the country in Lake State.
Yeah, I mean, as for the men's team, I think it's really tough to be playing the top 2 and 3 teams in the conference back to back. So, I mean, they all were tight games, and I think like the next time we see them, we'll definitely get them.
Absolutely. The split for the men's winning at our place and then them winning at their place makes the split. But that's what you want out of good teams at the end of the day. And women's complete the sweep over the Lakers. Let's talk about hockey, hey? I mean, what a weekend. Going to Bemidji, one of the toughest travels in the entire conference. Getting a sweep on the road. They played some of their best hockey. Travis Schaude honored, as well as Noah West honored by the CCHA. I mean, they played lights out. The whole team played lights out. It was just a really, really nice win, pair of wins. And especially, I mean, Tatum, you can attest to this, going on a long road trip. Getting those wins makes all the difference for the ride home.
Oh, for sure. And I think these wins, I should say, is huge for this team because I think they've definitely had their fair share of some great wins, some close games that they could have won. And I think that the fact that they can have 2 big wins back to back, that's just huge for them. And hopefully they can keep the streak going.
Hopefully we can keep the streak going. They'll be playing not this weekend, but next weekend at home. You can get tickets at fairstatebulldogs.com. Track and field at the Jets Pizza Invite. Some speed going down, and I mean a lot of speed. Shout out to my man, Cooper Sorson. He's their school record holder in the 3K. He's been doing incredible. Love to see. I mean, seeing him on campus as a freshman and in just completely evolving not only his speed on the track and the distance events, but also seeing the versatility and the range has been incredible. Not just saying that just Cooper did well. I mean, it was great across the board. I think I read on the recap 21 top 10 performances at that meet. That's an elite caliber meet.
Yeah.
That is a very, very good. It's the best of the East Side and then some when it comes to D2 track. So, I mean, it's a huge momentum booster for them going forward. And especially on that track, as that's where they're going to be hosting Indoor GLIACs coming up at the end of February.
Seems like we might just have to have more track leads on. Track leads.
Track leads?
Track leads.
Track leads.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Have more on.
Well, you don't have to tell me twice because track folks, I mean, I'm
Those
them.
are your people.
Those are my people. Wait. No, it's cross country. Same thing anyway. When it comes to tennis, obviously, wins for the women's team against Indy. The Greyhounds are a good program. We talked to Anna as well as Maria off the air, and they were very excited, and especially with the weekend they have coming up, which I'll talk about that after the interview. It's just a really good momentum booster for them. The men competing very well, especially playing against a really good team in Western Michigan earlier on this year. I mean, Coach Doran, he does a great job of strength of schedule. They're going to play right out of the gate against some of the best, very similar to what you guys do.
For sure, and as you kind of said it, I think these wins will give them a lot of confidence heading into the rest of their season. They've got some regional opponents coming up, which we're going to talk about later. But, having a good win like that just really gives you a lot of confidence and shows you like, okay, I can do this. What more can I do?
Absolutely. And playing against some tough regional opponents on the schedule is certainly a tough task. So momentum and confidence are key. When it comes to softball, they are underway right now in the Aloha state of Hawaii. Very jealous of the weather. It is just gusting outside right now. 1-3 to start. Many people looking at that saying, that's not a great. They're playing some tough teams. First day, Hillsdale and Lewis, both ranked teams in the Midwest region. Obviously, Humboldt State's a very good team. Getting the win, especially though on Tuesday, was very essential. And they seem to be in high hopes and high spirits right now over there from talking to them. And so, Coach Schumann and that team, they have shown that they have a lot of that individual talent back this year. The chemistry's getting better. And so when they come back to Big Rapids and get the home games, we're going to see them probably at their best. And especially as long as Mother Nature can get us out on that field as soon as possible, should be a good campaign for the women's softball team.
Yeah, and it's at the start of their season still, like they're just getting started. So I think it's always great to have some good challenges at the start of your season and learn from whatever you can then. Let me knock my microphone over.
Wow.
Learn then, and then I think it'll only help them throughout the season.
Absolutely. Extra emphasis there on that statement as well. Finishing out football signing day. Very exciting stuff. 33 new signees coming to Big Rapids for the defending national champions. Always a very exciting time, including one just from down the road in Big Rapids. I'm very excited about that as a townie myself, but very, very cool to see all of these new faces, a lot of these great players that Coach Anise and that coaching staff have brought together. And it should really be one of those kind of classes where we might be losing a lot this year after the national championship, but you know what? We got a lot of great recruits that can fill those slots, and we can expect another good team next year again.
Yeah, I think TA does a great job with picking who is on the team. He does great with recruiting, transfers, incoming freshmen. It's a consistent growing program. Doesn't matter how many people we lose. We've lost great essential players before, and it hasn't really stopped us this far, so we'll be fine.
Yeah, it's never a rebuild. It's a reload.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when things are kicking in the right gear.
Yes.
So it's great to be a Bulldog right now. What a great week we have in store as well. We'll tell you what's coming up. But first, of course, what the people have been waiting for. Anna Maria are standing by with a great interview, talking some tennis, talking some life outside of tennis, as well as making the trip from Mexico, what that's like. Very good conversation upcoming.
Yep. Can't wait.
Let's get to it. Now joining us here in the interview room, we have a couple of women's tennis standouts here. Ladies, welcome to the show, Maria and Anna. We're so glad to have you here, and this is a very exciting time for you. Obviously, indoor season is underway. How does it feel right now? How are you guys playing?
Well, we're pretty excited. I think we both are pretty comfortable with our team right now. A lot of freshmen came this year, so it's really exciting to be the upperclassmates and kind of take them under our wing. So, yeah, I think they're doing a pretty good job. So it's exciting to just start.
Yeah, it was, like she said, new team. But I feel like we got close very fast and we had a good start of the season so far. So, yeah, we're pretty excited.
So you guys mentioned before we started filming that we've got some tough opponents coming up this week. How do you feel about that? And what's your guys' plan moving forward to take on those teams?
Well, yeah, this Saturday we play against Tiffin. And Sunday against Finley. And I feel pretty confident because last weekend we beat UND, good school. And
pretty good team.
Yeah, so I think the whole team is feeling pretty confident so far.
Yeah, I feel like starting with really good wins was a really good start so we can get confidence up. And I don't know, we're all ready and excited to start. So yeah, it's going to be a fun weekend.
Absolutely. And we'll get into more of the tennis stuff too. But the first question that I have is obviously you both are from Mexico. Very excited to get you into the United States. What made you pursue collegiate tennis and come to America, especially, little old Big Rapids of all places in Michigan?
We really get this question a lot. So for my parents, it was going to be kind of hard to pay for both of our education. So my parents were like, okay, you guys need to get a scholarship. So
pick a sport.
Yeah, we started just thinking about that when we were 7. It was always a plan, look for a scholarship. And of course, we always wanted to be together. We knew that was maybe not a possibility, but we were like, let's just try. Why not? So we were just trying to talk to a lot of coaches and sending a bunch of emails. And we talked with Coach Mark and he was like, yeah, we're interested in both of you. So
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So here we are now in Big Rapids, Michigan.
Well, I feel like tennis is, I think I'm right on this. I'm pretty sure tennis is like pretty popular like internationally and like in other countries. So I know a lot of people from your team aren't from the States as well, men's and women's teams. So just tell us what that's like and learning about other people's cultures.
Yeah. Well, right now on the women's tennis team, we have a lot of Americans, a lot of girls from Michigan actually. But before that, we had like Canadians and this girl from Canada and like Quebec. So it's cool to like get to know like different cultures. And on the guys, well, they have a lot of like
they do have a lot of international,
like German and Sweden, and so it's cool like to talk about it and like
it's like
cultures.
Fun. Right now, there's a girl from Lebanon that we love.
Oh yeah,
and she like teaches some like words in Arabic, and it's just like fun to like, I don't know, change like cultures and traditions.
You guys definitely have like the most diverse team.
Yeah, for sure.
In this complex.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's got to be a very different dynamic too, because you're not only having those players on your team, some of them you're playing doubles with. What does it come to when it comes to learning each other, how each other play, and let less, and some of that communication seems to be hard too.
Right. Well, I feel it's like a lot of trial and error.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And it's like just not even like spending that much time like on court, like also like outside, like you get to know them and how like they can communicate with you and how they feel comfortable. So you like kind of know like who you're playing, like how you can approach them.
Yeah, like push them or like be more, I don't know, willing to like listen instead of like giving instruction, things like that. But yeah, the connection has been good so far.
Yeah.
Speaking of doubles partners, this might be a silly question, but have you guys ever been double partners and do you like being partners?
Okay,
actually?
So
there seems like a story to this.
So our whole juniors, like we played together. Like we always played together and that was it. And we came to Ferris and coach was like, okay, let's give it a try. So we actually started playing together our freshman year.
First semester.
Yeah, together, like our season. And we
Didn't
played
last long.
Yeah, and we played like 3 matches. And coach was like, you know what? I don't think this is working anymore. Because he was like, you guys feel each other emotions so much. So if she's down, you're down. And it's like, it was not working. So we just kind of like split. And it's actually
it works for the best.
Yeah, it's for the best now, I think.
Yeah, it seems like you guys are rolling right now with what you have. But of course, I mean, that makes a lot of sense, though, the emotional connection and how each other plays. And especially when it comes to, for you guys, both in the business world, when it comes to the student part of student athlete, but you both have your own ventures. Talk about what you're studying and why you picked it.
Well, I'm studying business admin and I'm doing a minor in international business. And I just picked it because honestly, I didn't know what to study. I was just like, I feel like business is a good place to start. I mean, everything is just related to that. So I was like, why not? And I actually love it. So not bad.
Yeah, and I'm in finance right now. And why did I choose it? I don't even know. I think it was like, well, I want something business related and I'm good with numbers. So that kind of sounded like a good option. But like I actually wanted to do pre-med. But I was like, oh, as a student athlete, I don't know. I can't pull it off.
I think we've heard that before. Pre-med and athlete don't usually go together, unfortunately.
There's a girl on the tennis team that's doing pre-med right now, and wow, like she's killing it. I mean, I can't even imagine how hard.
Kennedy?
Kennedy, yes.
Yes, so hard. I don't even know how she can do it.
That's crazy. And
amazing.
Parker was also doing nursing, which
and
is
Morgan.
Yeah, Morgan too.
Oh yeah.
That is a tough road ahead.
I know.
For what you guys do outside of tennis, kickback time, you're not playing maybe during the fall months, in between in the winter. What do you guys like to do outside of tennis?
You can't say pickleball.
You know what? I actually don't love playing pickleball.
What?
I know that a lot of athletes like love to play pickleball, but like,
why don't you like pickleball?
Well, last semester I was working in like pickleball events, so I was just getting like burned out of it. I don't know. I was just not doing it for fun. It was just like part of like the job. So what do we do for fun?
Well, we love boarding stuff. I like to read and like watch movies and things like that.
We love to go out and eat. Why not?
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Yes.
Huge fan.
And then with the tennis team right now, it's very popular that we do karaoke.
We're in karaoke right now.
We love karaoke, so maybe we're gonna have to.
Yeah, we have to like collide or something.
We're
like
gonna
that.
have to collab with that.
I think we do. Go-to song for karaoke.
Oh, Don't Go Breaking My Heart.
Oh, Oh,
Yeah, big time. That's my song. Yeah.
great pick.
That's
Great
a
pick.
good one.
Is it the same or do you have a different
No,
one?
Mine is Glorious.
Oh,
That's a hard one, though.
That is a hard one.
Yeah.
I need to read the lyrics. I don't know them by heart, but Anna here also loves to bake.
Oh, yeah. I bake all the
Oh.
time.
Yes, you do.
Oh, I actually baked for Coach Haynes today, and Coach Haynes was
Yeah.
like, you need to talk about it in the podcast.
They were offering me some muffins this morning.
Muffins. Oh, that's
Yeah.
He always is like, so when are you going to bake for me? And I was like, whenever you bring bananas. So he's always like, hey, I got some bananas here for you. And so I would just bake for him. Like, I would love everything, like cinnamon rolls, cake, like
Yeah,
literally
and they'll take
everything.
whatever food you give
Oh,
them.
yeah.
I literally just brought them food like a minute ago.
Yeah.
So.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. When it comes to overall, the sport of tennis, we've talked with Parker on the show. We've had Yannick as well long ago. It seems like there's a very interesting dynamic in individual players on how they prepare for matches, how they go through it mentally. There's obviously superstitions sometimes involved, not always. Is there superstitions for you girls or differences as far as how you prepare for a match?
I think I'm pretty chill about it. I'm gonna let Anna answer this question.
I'm really superstitious.
Okay.
Like, I always wear the same sports bra. I always wear the same hair tie.
I have teammates like that too.
Yeah, if I lose 2 points in a row, I need to fix my visor. I take it out and then I put it back on. I change how I'm grabbing the racket. If I'm winning, and I'm drinking Gatorade first, I will keep the whole set like that. And if I start losing, I will switch it. Maybe start drinking water and then Gatorade.
No, that's so real though.
Wow.
That your thought process makes complete sense.
That's a whole thing. I only if I'm winning the point with one ball, I try to keep playing with that ball. But
oh yeah, I do that
Oh,
too.
yeah.
If I lose
I
a
could
point,
see
I need
that.
to get another
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
Yeah, I have a lot of things.
I have to ask, have you guys seen the movie Challengers and did you like it?
The
we
size
watched
not
it.
good.
We watched it. I was so confused the whole movie. I was
Okay.
like, what is this? It's not about tennis.
It's not
We're
about
not
tennis.
watching tennis here.
But did you think the tennis in it looked good and real or was it cheesy?
I
Because
don't think it's actually terrible.
every volleyball movie I've watched, I was like, this is absolutely horrible. They did no research.
I think the guys played good tennis, but maybe it's hot take, but I don't think Zendaya was playing very good tennis.
But I mean,
Oh.
she got hurt,
she
though.
started from
Yeah,
she
so-
didn't know any of tennis. So she did a pretty good job.
Yes.
But I'm not a huge fan. I watched it once. I don't think I will ever watch it again.
Me too. Me too. It was a little frustrating.
Yeah, I was
that's
like,
fair.
okay, what's going on? And then the movie ended. And I was like, oh,
That's it.
so that's it. Okay.
Wait, that's
Have you
it?
seen it?
Right?
I've seen parts of it. I haven't seen it start
Okay,
to
that's your
finish, so-
homework tonight.
Shoot, I do have homework. That's okay.
Yeah, I can watch it.
Yeah, for sure. When it comes to a lot of the stuff that you do outside of school, obviously hobbies, what is the thing that about the tennis team, that sticks out compared to different teams? Like you guys, I've heard hang out a lot and you participate in, movie nights, karaoke, as you mentioned. What are some of those things that are unique to the tennis team that the other teams might not do?
Well, I don't know what other teams do, but I think my favorite part is the van rides. We're always
Oh,
blasting music
Those were
and
good.
those conversations that are
I feel bad for
in the
Coach
van
Mark.
needs to stay in the van. Yeah, that's not for the
No.
public to know.
I get that. My coach will be like, hey guys, let's
yeah, maybe there's some things that we just so definitely the van rides.
And then also before, we always play on weekends. So before going on Fridays, we have team dinner. And sometimes first time we did, what did we do?
pasta. Was
No,
it
we didn't do
we did
pasta.
Mexican bowls.
Mexican balls.
Oh.
And then last weekend, Friday, we went to the Rock. And I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. We haven't talked about it.
Probably
but-
gonna invite the girls over. I don't know.
Yeah.
We need to plan that. But yeah, I feel like we tried to do some rituals before.
Yeah. You guys are a very, very close team. And I feel like you guys are kept to yourself, but never in a bad way. I think you guys just really enjoy your guys' company with your team. So how does that translate to your guys' matches? And how does that make you guys gel well as a team?
Well, I think we tried to do that because you guys said, we have a lot of international. So we kind of try to make our team our family kind of.
Yeah.
And I think that's really big during matches because sometimes when I'm playing and it's oh, I'm so nervous. And then Anna comes and cheers me up. And I actually can tell that she's there for me. So I think that's huge.
So it's different. I feel like tennis, we're individuals playing for a team. So it's we're just
Yeah.
on a court, but she's right next to me in the core. So it's like she will come to me and give me a high five and be like, she will just tell me exactly what I need to hear. So it's like we just know each other so well that we know how to bring each other up. So that's awesome.
Yeah, that's super cool. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. Last question before you go. I'm sure you've been studying this one.
Oh, I know this one.
You know what's coming.
We're listeners.
What is your favorite thing about being here at Ferris State, being a Bulldog?
Definitely the support. I love being an athlete at Ferris because like I feel like all athletes are very competitive, and I feel like that like when I used to go to volleyball games, I was like, wow, I'm so excited for a season to start. I want that. Yeah.
No, I feel like for me, it's like it just feels like family. Like like the girls feels like family and coach, and then like Coach Haynes. Like I would just go and talk to him. Like I just feel like people are like actually care about like what I have to say, and they're there for me, and as much as I'm there for them, like we're just here to, what she said, like support each other. So that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming on to the show, ladies, and good luck this weekend. Go get a sweep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Big thanks to Anna and Maria for joining us on the show. Our third set of twins, and they might have did the best out of the twins. They're all pretty much the same, and they're all good. I mean, it's tough. Maybe we'll let the fans vote.
Yeah, you guys can vote because it's not really fair if we vote.
That's true. And we can't let spam voting take place because I'm sure there's one of the twins that we know might spam the voting so they get it in their favor. Not to name names, Tim Bob.
One team has a large advantage over the rest of the team.
That is very fair. But we are always looking for your feedback. We're getting those requests each and every episode, so keep sending them our way. And right now, we have on the book some great interviews coming up, so we can't wait to get to it. Before you hit the road from this podcast, things upcoming for Ferris State starts tonight as we're recording this on Thursday. Men's and women's heading to Caledonia to take on Davenport. Should be very exciting. And those games will be at 5:30 and 7:30 respectively. If you're missing a little bit too late, don't worry. You can find all the recap, ferrisstatebulldogs.com for more. Friday, there will be softball happening in Hawaii. They're going to be taking on High Load, the host of these exhibition games over there. So they will be playing at 4 o'clock and then 8 o'clock. These are all Eastern Standard Times. They're going to get the revenge game against the Flyers. Can't wait to see how they adjust for that second game, and you know they're going to be really excited to play Lewis again and hopefully put a much better game together.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so jealous they're in Hawaii, and I think it's cool that they get to play some strong regional opponents while they're there. I think regional wins are the best wins because that ultimately kind of determines what the rest of your season looks like. So I know they're hungry for the next one, and I'm just really excited to see how they do against Lewis.
Yeah, they're going to bring their lays back to campus, and we're going to be jealous. We're going to be super jealous. So softball, please don't do that. If you do, I understand, but don't do that.
Don't wave it in our face.
Yes, exactly. Saturday, tennis, as the ladies mentioned, get over to the tennis complex. Go support them against Tiffin. That game's women's will start at 10, men's will start at 2. And if you head right there in about the middle, you'll get the overlap, which is very exciting. That's where I always try to shoot for. You see the end of the singles for women's, and then you get the team doubles for men's. Very exciting time over there at the Racket Center. And then 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock, going to Allendale to take on that team in black and blue. It'll be very fun. You can obviously go to both of those. You can follow along with both of those. I mean, I'm torn. It's really tough. You got home tennis playing really well, and then you got obviously, of course, Anchorbone is all you need to say is Anchorbone, and that's all you got to say. But two very good matchups for both those teams on Saturday.
Just go and support someone. Tennis doesn't have too many home games. Support them. If you're not going to support them, go support basketball. I think that gym is quite difficult to play in. TV always brings so many fans to their games. So just go and fill the gym with as much red as you can.
Please do. It's worked before and it is working again.
Yes.
As well as Sunday, if you do go to Allendale, don't worry, you'll have a chance to make it up. They'll be hosting Findlay on Sunday, 10 a.m. for the women's, and then 2 o'clock for the men's. Should be very exciting. And Findlay's a very good team too. Tiffin has obviously been known as a perennial power, but Findlay is just as, if not better. So these are going to be really, really, really tough matchups. So be there, be supportive, and we'll see how both these teams do, especially coming off of a lot of these good opening exhibition games for Coach Doran's team.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how we do. Just show your support, your Bulldog pride, and hopefully we can pull out some wins this weekend.
Can't wait to see it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe wherever you follow along, whether it's on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. And we can't wait to get you some more episodes here upcoming as we turn the tables very soon into March.
Wow.
It's already February and we're talking about March.
Slow down.
Okay, I'm sorry. I refrain one episode at a time. We'll see you on the next episode here on Behind the Bulldogs.